Harmonize discussion. Purpose the performance-based assessment. Presented by Catherine Serrano, your assistant principal. Why are we here? I am meeting with you all to explain how performance assessments help us understand each child's growth beyond traditional tests and how we ensure these assessments are fair, valid, and reliable. How do we understand these assessments? Performance assessments are tasks that allow students to demonstrate their learning through real world applications of knowledge and skills. Instead of relying solely on multiple choice or standardized tests, performance assessments provide a deeper look on how well students can apply, analyze, and communicate their understanding. We don't necessarily have to just rely simply on the standardized tests, the fast tests. We can introduce these assessments in our classrooms and get some pretty reliable information that is fairly accurate if the documentation and the assessments are done correctly. The advantages. We talk about advantages, meaning the positives in this. Advantages of performance assessments. The authentic measurement of learning. Students show what they can do with what they've learned, not just what they can recall. This helps teachers and families see meaningful evidence of growth. We encourage higher order thinking. Performance tasks require students to analyze, create, and problem solve skills aligned with 21st century learning goals. Support diverse learners. These assessments provide multiple ways for students to demonstrate understanding, benefiting those who may not perform as well on traditional tests. Stronger student engagement. Because these tasks are often hands on and relevant, students are more motivated and invested in their learning. It is important for us all to understand that these assessments are in classroom assessments performed by the instructor, the educator themselves. We know that all learners do not learn the same. We have kinesthetic learners, which are those hands on learners that we have to reach in different format rather than just testing them with, pen and paper, or pencil and paper. So, this is a big advantage for our school. So, I'm really happy to see how we are able to conduct these assessments and the positives that come from them. With every advantage comes a disadvantage. The disadvantages of performance assessments: time intensive. Creating, administering, and scoring performance tasks takes significantly more time than traditional assessments. These are going to take more time for you. As teachers, I'm going to need you all to just simply time management. Scoring subjectively. Without clear rubrics and calibration among teachers, scoring can vary, reducing reliability. I need all rubrics and the collaboration amongst teams to be active, relative, and meaningful. Training and resources required. Teachers need training to design valid assessments and use consistent scoring criteria. Here at our school, we are offering a separate type of incentive for you all to take a course that we have on these resources that I think will be very beneficial to your assessments. So please take the time to review those. They are in your portal. Any questions, you are free to ask me. Limited comparability. Results may be more individualized, making it hard to compare across classrooms and schools. So these are more individual. This can be student to student versus, a classroom based assessment as a whole. So those are some of the disadvantages that we may see, you may encounter. So just please be ready and please take advantage of those training courses. I have taken a look at them and I think that they are highly beneficial. And anything, just ask me questions. We're going to talk about 3 performance assessments used in classrooms. Structured interviews. This is how you conduct one on one interviews with students to assess understanding of key concepts, reasoning skills, and problem solving strategies. We can see this in math. Students can be asked to explain how they solved the word problem and then justify their reasoning, which is ensuring validity and reliability. My advice is when you are conducting a structured interview, ask the students questions, meaningful questions about how they came to that conclusion, how they got the answer, what process they used. Develop a standardized set of interview questions aligned to grade level standards. This is going to be an individual amongst each grade level. This is going to vary. Once again, rubrics to evaluate clarity of reasoning and accuracy of the content that you are teaching. is important. Conducting and scoring these interviews continuously, consistently, we can't stress that enough. Assessments are best when we see them across the board. We see them being done throughout the duration of the learning. That's how we're best to able to score um, whether or not the student is mastering the content. So please take that and roll with it, and just make sure that your assessments and your interviews are structured. Directed assessments. Students will compile a specific teacher guided task or project that demonstrates mastery of a particular skill or concept. We can see this with English language arts, students writing persuasive essays, being provided prompts with evidence sources. Once again, ensuring validity and reliability. Please align these assignments directly to the learning objectives and the curriculum standards. We don't want to get dinged for not following the curriculum. And also, once again, a detailed scoring rubric is important. So let's make sure that we are following through with that. Work samples. This can almost be considered like a portfolio, but in this situation, we are just going to focus on work samples, not portfolios. This is a collection of student work gathered over time to show growth, effort, and mastery in specific subjects. My suggestion would be over the course of the year, make sure that you are documenting and taking time to, converse with the students about what they think should be in their, so you say, portfolio. This might include book reports, art, reflections, we are ensuring validity once again and reliability. Define a clear criteria for work selection and align them to learning standards. That is key. Using rubrics, can't stress it enough. We are here to evaluate each artifact for quality and progress. Schedule periodic reviews for scoring and ensure consistency across classrooms. Meet with your teams, decide how we can improve, what work that we'd like to include per each grade level. Performance assessments are here to help us gain a more complete picture of each child's progress by combining knowledge, skills, and real world application. While they require time and consistency, the benefits of authentic learning, deeper engagement, and meaningful feedback make them a valuable part of our school's assessment strategy. Our goal is to partner with these families so that everyone understands how and why we use these assessments to support every child's success. Any questions, please don't hesitate to reach me. I'm available. I know this is going to be a little stressful for all my teachers, but we are a team, we are a school, we are one. With that being said, everyone, this is the conclusion of our meeting, and I hope you have a wonderful day.